Thank you very much for joining us. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. We now move to the Middle East for more news updates, where Israel has said that it's fully backing a new aid plan for Gaza put forward by the Trump administration. Foreign Minister Gideon Saar announced the support alongside his German counterpart, Johann Wade-Full. He later added that the plan, presented by US envoy Mike Huckabee, aims to send aid directly to Gazan civilians while blocking Hamas from accessing it. Let's listen to the Israeli foreign minister's comment.
Israel fully endorses the Trump administration's plan presented on Friday by US Ambassador to Israel, Mr. Mike Huckabee. Humanitarian aid will be facilitated by private fund based on the principle laid out by the US administration.
We are now joined by Anat Bernstein-Reich, is president of the Israel Asia Chamber of Commerce located in Tel Aviv. Thank you very much for joining us, Anat. I first of all want to start with why does Israel support Donald Trump's plan, given that this blockade has now been in place since March the 2nd and humanitarian programs are reporting of vast humanitarian problems, starvation, disease, etc. Why now with this US-backed plan, Anat?
Good evening first. The plan of the US is to give the aid to the people of Gaza. And the problem we had till now, and we still have, is that whenever humanitarian aid comes or food, it actually goes to Hamas. It doesn't reach the people. And what Hamas does, sells it to business people in outrageous prices, and then they sell it to the people. So Hamas makes money whenever a humanitarian aid comes to Gaza. And what Hamas makes with the money they make? More ammunition, more missiles directed to Israel. So this is not a solution. The food doesn't reach the needy. And that's why Israel didn't approve the humanitarian aid so far, because it's not a humanitarian aid. It's actually aid to Hamas. And with the US coming with their new scheme to reach and facilitate the food supply to the really needy people, I hope that that will make sense. And of course, we are in favor of feeding the needy people, the poor, the people that cannot reach the food that actually Hamas is stealing from them. So this is what's happening now. And I truly hope that US will be able to really take this measure and reach the right place.
And that this blockade's obviously been in place for over 2 months now. This plan has recently came out 2 days ago. What stopped Israel from devising a plan directly getting aid to the people of Gaza who need it the most prior to this? Why did the US need to come in here in order to feed the people of Gaza, which the United Nations say are starving, are dying of disease, and our living conditions are in dire due to this war?
Israel tried to give humanitarian aid before, and since the war started, trucks are heading to Gaza, and the problem is that whenever the truck came, Hamas took over. Now we cannot put our soldiers and start being the servers of food, because we put them in danger. We need some intermediate entity to take the food that comes from the border and supply to the people. The Israeli defense forces could not do it because you're actually hurting them. So now that the US is willing to do it, they are more than welcome. And as I said, I truly hope that it will succeed.
Yes. And with the IDF set to secure the perimeters of aid distribution sites, it won't be directly involved in aid allocation. How will Israel monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of aid delivery under this new framework?
There is a plan, and the US presented a plan that they will distribute it to the people themselves. And as long as we see that Hamas is not involved, and it's very easy to see, you see Hamas militants going with their rifles and taking over those trucks that are coming with the aid. If the US is going to do it, there will be a line of Gazan people that are getting their quota of food, and that will be the most effective to reach and really feed those people.
Anat Bernstein-Roach, thank you very much for joining us on the programme. We now move over to Europe, where Pope Leo XIV appealed for no more war